Hey, Tuesday night in Alaska, Total Schmidt Show. Let's do this. Total Schmidt Show Season 3 is upon us. Tune in every week. I talk to entertainers from all over the world. Singers, dancers, comics, musicians, drummers, blah, blah, blah. All kinds. Techs, even some cruise directors. Most of the entertainers I talk to work on cruise ships. If you ever wanted to know what entertainers do, how they get through their day, any of the behind-the-scenes stuff about entertaining, we'll talk about that stuff here, as well as we'll delve into some of the entertainers and some of their works, some of their albums coming up, some of the things they've done in the past, things you can look forward to in the future. All that stuff you can catch here on Total Schmidt Show. But either way, get yourself a pizza, a beer, some bourbon, light up a cigar, or some sort of joint, or whatever type of crutch or vice you need to get through the evening, and sit back and enjoy whatever it is I put together this week on Schmidt Show. And we are also almost at the Alaskan Hotel, which is where we're recording today's podcast. How you doing? Lenny Schmidt, Total Schmidt Show. If you're tuning in, if you're listening on the podcast, thank you for listening. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're watching, you're already a subscriber probably. Or you can just go to MrLennySchmidt.com and connect to everything. You can connect to YouTube, to the podcast, all that stuff. I would appreciate your support. You can follow and support for free, or you can join a package. You can get full-length videos of the podcast and the footage I shoot just for $2 a month, $20 a year. That's a steal, I think. So, but you can do it for free, but I vote you do the paid one. Today is Karen Grainger. She's a how does she put it? A female impressionist is the way she puts it. She's fantastic. She has a great show. She's not a female impersonator. She's a female impressionist, which is how she pitches her show. It's a great show. It's a brilliant show. It's a lot of fun. She's very versatile, great voice. Does a great Reba McEntire and many other people Cher. But I run into her a couple of times, and then I saw her on this ship. We're on the Celebrity Summit. I asked her if she wanted to do the pod, and we're going over to the Alaskan Hotel to record the pod. So sit back, enjoy my conversation with the one, the only, Karen Grainger, with the one and only Karen Grainger.
Great. I'm glad I got you to do it today. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I knew you had the show in a couple of days, and you said you weren't feeling well. And usually, as a singer, you just rest up for those few days. You know what I
mean? Yeah, no, it turned out to be something very small. So
good.
I'm good.
Excellent.
All good.
Excellent. How you doing today?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing today?
Good. Did you guys go get breakfast or something?
We we ate on the ship. And
smart move. Yeah, that's
and
right.
Then coffee and
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then beer.
Coffee and beer.
Yeah.
So you're doing the in 2 days you got the show. You got the show on here, and where do you go after this? Where's your next cruise?
Actually, it's back here again. I'm one more Alaska for the year, and then I'm on to other ships.
Are you on the Summit, or are you somewhere else?
Summit for one more Alaska, Anchorage, the cruise that we're on now, so southbound. I start in Anchorage to Vancouver.
Oh.
To August 22, I think.
Oh, I'm on that cruise.
Are you?
I believe I am.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Oh, where's my...
I think your phone's over there.
Oh, is my phone over there? Oh, it is. It's on that table.
Yeah, it's on the table.
Yeah, I think I'm on that cruise. That's cool.
Sweet. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll be back in late August.
Right on.
Yeah, for 2 weeks. Very cool.
Right on.
Excellent. Yeah. So, now, did you? Were you always doing singing, or you have your solo show? And how did you put that together? Did you come from? A lot of people come from crew, and then I'm doing it. But did you come from theater? Did you come from singing? Did you?
Wow. Okay. So actually, from my journey was a little different. I started as a backup singer, and I started working in Legends type shows where there's an Elvis and there's a, whatever.
On.
And I was with a vocal quartet, and we started doing background vocals for all these shows.
Right.
And I started looking at these people, going, I think I can do this. And then we started to do background vocals for a country show. And I was brought up on country music. And I asked the group if I could open with a Reba song. And I started opening with his Reba. So we would open, as a quartet, we would open the shows. And then we would sing background vocals. And then we would do it like in between, in intermission, we would do another solo type thing. And then we wanted to be featured. I was in a vocal quartet called Rivington Station out of Toronto.
Right.
And so I started to do this Reba song. They did backups for me, and every time I did that song, I'd have 25 people come out of the theater and say, all you need is a red wig. You sound like Reba McEntire.
Yeah, your Reba's ridiculous.
Thank you.
When you put on the wig, it's like people know instantly.
Yeah. And I really, when I was, so I went to my friend who does Neil Diamond, and I said, can you teach me how to, like really embrace the Reba thing?
I know that guy, I think. The Neil...
his name is Nearly Neil. He's out of Vancouver, actually.
Oh, no, I know a different guy out of
There's
LA,
tons of
Rob
them.
something. Okay.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
All right.
And so I said, can you teach me? And he said, well, you're already doing it. And he just said, you just have to get the isms.
Right.
And one main thing he said to me is, when you turn the radio on and you know it's Reba, why do you know it's Reba? So that was a really thing. That's a big thing that sticks with me with any voice. Like, why do I know it's that? Why do you know it's Elton John? Why do you know it's Billy Joel? Why do you know it's... So that really, whatever, and rang true to me. And so then I got myself a band. I practiced in my basement for 6 months.
Jeez.
I got myself a band, including like a steel guitar player, and I did 90 minutes of Reba McEntire. And I put a show together called It's All Reba.
Yeah, yeah.
And my first show was in a bar in Toronto, and a whole bunch of people came out to support me, and which was great. That night there was a murder in the alley beside the bar.
Wow, it's a fun story.
Yeah, so happy days. Anyway, it was a little bit of a rough bar, let's just say. But anyway, and then
you did like a honky tonk.
It was like a honky tonk. It sure was. And then
you don't look like a honky tonk type of girl.
I know. I did. I did it. And then my third booking, so I wasn't sure, I didn't know how to put eyelashes on, and I had all these guys. Anyway, it was 90 minutes of one character. It was a lot. And my third booking, the agent that was booking all this It's All Reba show, he decided that he was going to book me in a heavy metal bar.
Okay.
And on Wednesday nights they were trying, and I was the first thing, they were trying a country night.
You built yourself a reputation as being tough is what happened.
I guess. And so he said, let's get you in this really heavy metal bar. So I'm going there. The bar is completely, every ounce of the bar is painted black. It's like, so we set up on this stage. There's 5 people in there with like Metallica t-shirts on, and I start doing my little Reba thing, and I'm like, lead a rock, think I'm gonna hit, I'm doing all this, and I have these guys with this heavy metal, they're like, take it off.
Oh God. Oh.
Yeah. So my Reba career almost ended at that particular moment.
Right.
But then I persevered, and blah blah blah, here I am.
Did you do Reba in Legends?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I did Reba in Legends, I did Celine in Legends, I did Shania in Legends, and I think I might have done a little Cher in Legends as well. All over the world, actually.
Your range is amazing because I watched the show. It's a really great range.
Thank you.
And the duet cracks me up.
That's so fun.
That's really great.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I love doing that duet.
And the crowd loves it too.
Yeah.
It's great. It wins perfectly.
The funny thing about that duet is that voice, like the Cher voice and the Michael McDonald voice, have so many similar qualities that I have to separate them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Otherwise, you're doing the same thing. To
yeah,
make the change in the middle of the beat or for the verse.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It just got some of the same recipe that I use for Cher and Michael McDonald.
Well, it's the stuff you notice when you're a singer. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
don't notice how you play with your voice. You know what I mean? Especially you, because when I mentioned the range, you're all over the place. You're
Yeah.
Celine and Reba and and Janice. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
It's pretty big range.
They're all different recipes.
Yeah. You just you
Yeah.
move your voices around. Because I've watched Martin Short talk about how he does impersonations.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is a little of this and this is a little of that. Or Dana Carvey, when he does. Dana Carvey's really good at it.
Yeah.
He goes, this is my George Bush plus my Schwarzenegger, and you add this, and you watch, and you're like, oh, how did you
So
pull it
crazy,
off?
yeah.
Yeah, right. But that's how they pull it off.
Ariana Grande is also a very good impressionist.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
She's amazing. Her Celine is incredible.
I've seen her in clips
She's
in the Tonight
amazing.
Show. Right on, yeah.
Yeah, she's really good.
Well, she had a huge, Disney career before where she's at now.
Yeah.
My daughters watched her.
Oh, yeah.
She was on, damn it, what was the original show she was on? Victorious
Oh.
was the name of the show. And she played the goofy sidekick. Yeah, and then she got spun off and got her own show with this girl from another show.
Oh, coughing.
Go ahead. You're hacking up stuff. Don't worry. And anyway, she had her own show on just for one season, I think. But this is all Nickelodeon or Disney stuff, I think, because my daughters were into those. They were that age where they were into those tweener sitcoms. So there were a lot of sitcoms around in the afternoon, and Ariana Grande was in a bunch of them. She was a total different character back then. And then she just blew up and became... She has an assistant that brings her stuff during the show. It's great.
Sorry.
Her sister, Linda, is here.
Sorry.
We'll get Linda on camera before the day's over. I promise. Yeah, but I've seen she's really good with... she's pretty good with voices. I know a lot of people that come from that Legends. There's a ton of people who come from Legends that have created their own guest entertainer shows based on one singer or character.
Yes.
I've seen quite a few.
And now I sound like Janice because I coughed my
That's
voice.
perfect for your show in 2 days.
In 2 days. It's okay. It's okay.
All right,
I'll get better. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
I don't know how you do it, man, as a singer, because even for me as just a monologist, and I can be heavy on my ex-wife taught me how to breathe and talk from my diaphragm. She taught me all that because I used to be, and I still can be very heavy on my vocal cords. And I notice it when I'm in the show. I can tell now. I can tell when I'm doing it. Oh, really? Yeah, I can tell when I'm just the way I yell a lot and I'm very high energy.
Right. And then when you hold the microphone down and you, yeah.
I'll hold the mic down a lot so it doesn't blast out the,
Right.
But
I like that though.
Yeah, but it's just from years of doing it. And when I did it on a movie set once, we did a rap and I was wired. I can't remember what show we were doing. I think it was Bones. And I would go boom at the end of every take, and everybody would laugh. And the sound guy came over. He's like, "You gotta stop fucking doing that, man."
Oh my god,
you're killing me. He's like, he's wearing the headset. Oh my god, I was killing him.
God,
I go, "How do you think about that, man? I'm really sorry, man. Sorry, dude.
Oh, that's
trying to be funny. Stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but anyway, I get. But I notice when I start to get hoarse on the ship, I almost can't catch up. You know what I mean? It's almost I'm like, oh shit, it's too late. Now I'm gonna be hoarse for the rest of the week. And it's not so hard for me here because I just do 3 shows.
Right.
But some of these other lines, you're doing 7 and 9 shows. Yeah, and if I'm hoarse halfway through a week, I'll be like, I'm not going out, I don't talk, I don't drink, I don't do anything. I'm drinking water, gargling.
Yeah.
Zinc. Do you do a lot of zinc tablets or whatever?
I don't, actually. I do a lot of echinacea.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay. I'm going to try echinacea next. Zinc is good for vocal cords straight and raw. So if you take zinc vitamins, and it works.
Oh.
They're gross, but you take regular zinc vitamins and you just suck on them like a lozenge.
Oh.
And you let the liquid kind of roll over your throat, and it helps to feel your vocal cords.
Oh.
I don't know who taught me that, but someone taught me that years ago, and it works really well for your throat.
That's a great tip.
Because when mine would get shot, it used to get really messed up when I was younger because I'd worked the road. I was also partying a lot heavier back then, and I didn't really take care or pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But now when you're out here and it's a profession, I mean, you got it. Your voice goes out, and you're not working for, period.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I always used to, before, my God, I would never warm up. I would just go out and do my show. And now I warm up like half an hour.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's
it's a thing.
I know some guys that toured with Meatloaf, and they told me he does scales for an hour before the show.
I'm not surprised.
And he all day long he was drinking beer and hanging out, and then he goes, I got to go warm up.
Yep.
And they're in the van, the big bus or whatever, the trailer, what they call it, and they can hear him, and he's nailing the scales. But then when the show comes, he's all lubed up and ready to go or whatever.
You got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense. You know what I do? Because I tend to talk really fast. I do voice exercises before the show.
Oh, do you?
So just little verbal things like ta ta ka ka ta na ma na, different verbs. Red Rover, tongue twisters.
Oh, do you? I don't
seashells at the, stuff like that. And because then I teach myself to talk slower and enunciate each of the words.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't do that.
Me too. Sometimes I talk really fast.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fast. I do a lot of.
Dude, your show is so fun to watch.
I do a lot of that.
You're so good with the crowd in between. You know what I mean?
I am in my living room.
Yeah,
I've always just, I am talking to you like I'm talking to, like if there was 1,000 people here, it'd be the same. I've always thought I'm in my living room. If I make a mistake and I forget the words, I say, forgot the words.
Own it. Yeah, own your mistake.
I've had people come up to me and say, did you forget the words on purpose? And I'm like, no, why would I do that on purpose?
Right.
But, I mean, and it makes you human. So
sure.
I've made a jerk out of myself on stage so many times that I just don't. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it doesn't bother me now.
Right. No, it's a certain amount of comfortability. Also, it's a connection with the audience. They're a little more connected when they see you screw up. Like, I screw up a joke a lot. I've done it.
Oh, yeah.
I did it the other night. I did a closing joke I screwed up.
Yeah, and it was funny.
Yeah, and then there was a new joke I screwed up. Oh, it was the elevator joke. I know what it was. I did the punchline before the first setup.
Right.
And I caught myself, and I screwed that joke up. And you're right. When you own it, I mean, that's all you can do.
It makes you a person. It makes you likable.
Yeah.
It increases the likability factor for me.
I think it does. Yeah, 100%.
Big time.
And you have the cutest way of giving the audience shit when they don't respond. You know what I mean?
Like, all three of you. Okay, that's cool.
Right.
All right, so that's good.
You guys okay?
Yeah,
Are you good?
right, okay.
Am I bothering you guys?
I like to sometimes tap the mic and go, is this on?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, And then once in a while it backfires because someone will come up to me and say, oh, I'm sorry we weren't as responsive.
Yeah.
And then it kind of backfires, you know, and I don't want them to feel like they were a sucky crowd either. So it kind of...
Yeah, it's weird because sometimes I've had this too where the crowd is like really quiet.
Yeah.
But then after the show, you get a ton of
I loved
thank yous and by Birch or whatever. And
yeah.
You're like, wow, where were you guys during the show?
I know.
But people just react differently.
I know.
And you're right. You never want them to feel awkward.
Yeah.
Especially for me, if somebody laughs weird, I don't want to put someone on the spot.
Right.
You got to be real careful with that.
Yeah.
Because some people are great about it, but other people are sensitive about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If they have a really big cackle.
Yeah. And they'll be embarrassed. And then, the last thing you want to do is embarrass somebody in the theater.
That's true. That's true. Especially on a ship.
No, 100%. Because we Dizzy and I talked about this. It's just a corporate gig.
Yeah.
We got to be careful about what we're doing because it's a business.
Yeah.
So those clean, your 7 and 9 o'clock shows, it's got to be a clean show. You can't offend anyone. You got to be uber careful.
Yeah.
And still be able to have fun. That's the best. Yeah. That's the big challenge to me about doing these shows. Was that I found a way to do those 7 and 9 PG shows, and enjoy my time on stage,
and still enjoy it.
Yeah,
and for me, it was a big transition between, like, I used to do, for instance, I would get a Sonny Bono up on stage. I would be in a casino show in like a Legends type situation, and I would get as Cher, I would get a Sonny Bono up on stage, and I would. Do I Got You, Babe, and stuff. But you could say, like, whatever came into your mind, and it could have been dirty, and it could have been whatever. Right. And then I started doing that on ships, and I was like, okay, I have to really I have to put that, filter in there and go, oh, okay, I'm on a ship. I can't say this word, and I can't say this word, and I can't say, shut the hell up, I'm doing a show, So it was a bit of a transition when I started on ships.
Right.
To, just try and think, okay, I got to be politically correct as well.
Yeah, the hardest...
More so now.
I notice it more, like when you mentioned about bringing a Sonny up on stage, I have to be more aware when I'm doing crowd work. It's not so much the material, because the material's written correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, sure.
But when I refer to someone off the top of my head, I'm like, hey, what the fuck? Oh, you know what I mean? You're like,
yeah, whoopsie.
So that's when I got to concentrate even more is when you're talking to someone, because your instincts are taking over in a way.
Of course.
And you're just trusting yourself, but then you got to keep the boundaries on those instincts.
Yep.
Which is difficult, but that's part of the professional part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what makes you a professional...
It's a different animal.
Yeah.
Ships are a different animal altogether. It's a different way to entertain.
Yeah, I love talking to entertainers like you and then like Dizzy, almost more than comedians, because comedians always have this level of, well, I'm a comic and I should be able to break the rules. And you're like, well, yeah, you can, but you also got to be willing to accept the responsibility for whatever you did.
The repercussions.
Yes, you got. If you're going to do this, then you got to be able to accept. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble, or I'm going to get told something.
Exactly. Yeah.
So be able to don't complain when you get fired or in trouble. Well, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Well, the big deal is the contract says right here that you can't do this.
Yeah.
But I'm a comic. Yeah, right.
And I mentor new acts, and I tell them a few things that are key, and they're very different. Number one, nobody paid to come and see you.
Right.
This is not a performing arts theater. They have no stake out in this show whatsoever.
Right.
So your job is to keep hold of them for 45 minutes.
Right.
That's your job. So, don't worry about, you can't please everybody. So on a ship, you're dealing with from age 1 to 100. You can't please all of those people. If you're doing music, Some people are going to like country. Some people like rock. Some people like 80s. Some people hate 80s. Some people like 60s. It all depends, right? Am I here?
Yeah, I'm double check the cameras. I get paranoid after a while. I go, did everything shut off?
Is you? So it's, I tell them it's just a very different thing. And I also tell them it's not your job to get butts in the seats. Right? It's not your job. So it's the cruise director's job to fill the theater. And so, because I have a girl and she was all upset because the other guy, she was working against she's an aerial violinist, piano player, singer. She actually does the silks and plays aerial. She does the silks upside down and does AC/DC on a violin.
Way more talented than I'll ever be.
She's insano.
Yeah.
But
insano.
she's crazy. She's so talented. But that's not for everybody. And she's against, like, say, an Elton John guy. The Elton John guy is jam-packed. So, anyway, she was all worried because the Elton John guy, Elton John, he's going to, an Elton John impersonator is going to fill the seats. And so I just said, you know what? It's not, don't worry about it. No stress. Do you. Go out there, you do your show. So it's just, I guess my point is, the ships are just different. Nobody's paid to come and see you, so they can, it's just.
Well, there's two parts to that too. Not only are they not paying to come see the show, they're not paying to come see you.
No.
So,
you're just part of the thing.
Yeah, you're just part of the thing.
Like the buffet.
So like if they So like if you were going like any other place, you go to comedy clubs, sometimes you don't know who's playing.
Right.
Or they have comedy nights, you don't know who the people are. You know what I mean? Same thing happens here, but no one's paying to see. No offense, Karen Grainger, Lenny Schmidt.
None taken.
No one's like,
nobody.
Right.
Yep.
So you got, which is even takes it to another level, because I think you got to be I think one of the reasons I do this podcast is that I think you have to be an exceptional performer to perform for a theater full of people that don't know who you are on a regular basis and sustain a good show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to win the crowd overall without being shitty and a hack. You know what I mean? There's a lot of really cheesy shows where you go, that's okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But shows that really put work, like Disney's show is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's an amazingly talented.
Amazing.
Know what I mean? It's a really good show. It's original. It's great. It's fun. Your job is to get up there and do that. But to get your mind, I don't know if it's because I've been around longer. You start to understand it, and you get it. You know what I mean? Like when people don't come to your show. Same thing goes on other lines when there's more than one comic.
Oh
sometimes they like one comic more than the other comic.
That's tricksy.
A lot. You know what I mean? And sometimes your show will be full, or if the other comic does well, it affects your turnout, because then people won't come to your show because they go, comedy sucks, but they never see your show.
Right.
So you have to understand that but I also, that's one of the reasons I love comedy. There's so many different kinds out there.
Exactly.
So many styles. There's so many.
Yeah.
There's the guy I talk a lot about my kids and stuff like that. And other people talk more about politics or whatever.
Relationships or
Sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or more of an aggressive, so there's so many styles out there.
Oh, for sure.
So you got to understand, not take it personally when people come out to your show and stuff.
That's another thing too. You do have to understand. You can't take it personally.
Right.
You just get on with your life.
Especially on the ships, because it's not just you. There's other shit going on in the
ship. Oh my God.
Or like when the other night, my first show, we were still in port. When you're in port, like Disney's first show tonight, we're in port till 9 today.
Yeah.
His show's at 7. So anytime you do a short when you're in port, I'm always like, ugh. You never know how it's going to be.
Yeah. It'll be fine though. I've done this night.
Right.
And it'll be fine. He'll have a nice.
People want to get back on the ship.
Yeah. People go back for dinner.
And food.
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I think a lot of people go back for dinner. I try not to get upset about that.
Right.
When you get a night like that, because
I think they almost always do, because they're eating for free.
Yeah.
Why would you really in Alaska? It's a beautiful place, but it is a pricey.
It's
ticket.
expensive.
Yeah.
And I think people will be back. That's one of those things. I mean, there are some places that if you're doing a late sale, it sort of sucks. Like San Juan, if you get somewhere late in the day.
Yeah.
And then you have a late sale, and then you're on that night, that sucks.
Right. That's true.
That's
a big
But other than
they're trying
that,
to squeeze a bunch of stuff into a short period of time.
Yeah. Like Victoria, BC.
Yeah, I hate
when
that.
they get to Victoria
when
at
like
5 o'clock.
Stop. Yeah.
Right. And you do it, and they're sailing at 11. You get there at 5. Everybody goes out for dinner, and your show's at 7. That's sucky. That's a sucky time.
Yeah, we were on the Norwegian ships. I did that run a lot, and we used to do 2 comedy shows on that night, and then they switched it to 1 comedy show, which I didn't mind so much.
Yeah.
Because if they were there, they really came to see the show.
It did.
That's
true.
one thing that really it was the only thing going on.
Yeah.
So if they were there, they wanted to see comedy.
Yeah.
But it's a 3-hour blur to get into the city.
Yeah.
If you want to have dinner, you got to get off right when you get in.
Exactly.
Get in,
Yeah.
And take a cab because you walk, but then that's 20 minutes shot. Right
exactly.
there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's tricksy.
It is, and it's a beautiful port, but I hate when they do that 4
I know.
hour stop.
I know.
And sometimes you get a late clearance. We did that once where we got an extra hour.
Canada.
Yeah, we didn't clear till almost 9.
Oh my God.
And you're like, well, now you
that's
got an
it.
hour and a half.
Now
Why
you're
would
done.
you even get off the ship?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Too bad because it's a beautiful port.
So
Anyway.
amazing. Yeah, it's nice. So you don't. You're done with Alaska too. You said you've been up here a lot. You don't want to come up here anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've been on ships since 2008.
Okay.
So pretty much almost every single year, I have been like all summer. I'm in Alaska. And now I end up being Canadian. I got sent home once in Alaska, and I had an argument with. So in Vancouver, going through customs, the guy sent me home because.
Who, customs or?
Yeah, the U.S. Customs guy.
Oh, you're Canadian, right?
Yep. So I'm
I would
Canadian.
have known that. I wouldn't have had you on the show.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Bye.
Stop! I love Canadians. So the U.S. Customs guy.
Yep. And so his reason was because the ship doesn't go into international waters necessarily, which is not true. But anyway,
Right.
9 miles offshore is considered international waters. And he thought that I was basically going to be, and some other CBP officers also think this, that you're performing essentially on U.S. soil, which is incorrect again because we are a foreign flagged vessel.
Right.
So let's say we're flagged in the Bahamas or wherever. So you're actually in the country. Like when we step foot on that ship, we are in the flag of Panama or whatever.
Most of the ships are Panama.
There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, he sent me home. So now I get a work visa, and my latest work visa for this year cost me, should I tell you the number?
If you want to mention it publicly, you can.
Over $3,000
Yeah,
US.
I don't understand. You were talking about this the other night. Is that for the year? Or is that for the?
No, it's for the duration of the gigs. Now I could get that for a year if I had gigs in Florida and Alaska and all over the states, and they can't be over 45 days apart.
Right.
I could put in for the entire year, or however, I could have gigs from February till November.
Okay.
And as long as they're not 45 days apart, they could all go on the same contract. But the only contract I needed, or the only work visa I needed, was only for Alaska.
Okay.
So it turns out I just needed them for May to August.
Okay.
And so
it's like
I
4
had
months
to get
maybe,
it.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm not going to take a chance on not getting it because it says I can see them reading my passport when they scan your passport. It shows up there that I was refused entry into the United States in 2009.
Oh, really?
Yep. So it sucks. Yeah.
That's got to be a pain
So I
in the
have
ass,
to get the work
especially now,
visa.
because they're crazy.
So on my availability for next year, I've said 0 Alaska.
Wow.
I'm done with Alaska.
Yeah, that's true. You're dealing back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So.
Are you going to be off ships completely?
I don't really know. My sister says, anyway, she
wants to travel.
No.
You should go do that gig again.
Yeah,
I'll go with
it's a
you.
good
It'll
gig.
be okay.
She doesn't think I'm going to be able to walk away from it next year, at the end of next year. I don't know. I'm going to definitely scale back and do this year I have probably about 21, 23 weeks.
Yeah.
Next year I'll probably do 15.
Okay.
And I'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, it goes from there. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. But my goal is to sort of play a lot of golf.
That's great. Yeah, see, I would love to scale back and do maybe one a month or something.
One a month is like fantasy living right there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Wouldn't that be glorious?
Yes. Are you kidding me? And then,
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean? And then it would take my girlfriend for a week. And maybe, and then be home for 3 weeks.
That kind of...
Because the longer I'm home, the longer I like being home.
I know.
I notice it every time I go home. I was home in September for 8 days. It's the longest stretch I've been home in a row in a while. And on the 8th day, I'm like, man, I really don't want to go.
It's
Usually
hard.
I'm excited.
It's hard, yeah.
But now I love being home.
Yeah, and this is the first summer I've ever had a golf membership.
Yeah.
And I have I play with ladies on Tuesday. I play with different ladies on Thursdays.
Wow, look at
I'm
you.
loving the golf membership thing, and it's every time I'm home like you, I'm like, oh, this is kind of what retirement could look
this
like.
is the life.
But you know what? That's the summer. I'm in Canada. The winter is different. It
Oh,
might
right.
be really attractive for me to go spend 2 weeks in the Caribbean in the winter.
That's true. That's a good
right?
point. Yeah.
So I'm a little afraid of that
Yeah,
transition.
but maybe why not? That
We'll
still
see.
wouldn't be bad if you did like 6 a year, and you did during the cold
Seriously,
months.
just do January to April, and then October, November,
It's
December.
like the snowbird thing, but
You
just
know?
on a ship. You know what I mean?
It has appeal. It just, and then my sister said to me, "You should be a beyond the podium speaker. Why don't you put it?" And I was like,
That's a kind of a good idea too.
I
actually.
know.
Yeah.
And I was like, and just for free, like maybe down the road for, and I was like, that's a great idea.
It's a really good idea.
So anyway,
Because those are, you know who Leo Russo is? Leo Russo?
the name sounds
I think I
familiar,
got his
but
name right. He lives in Northern California. I met him on Princess. He's a speaker.
Okay.
On their version of the
Oh,
Behind the Podium.
okay.
But he was a light tech
Oh.
back in the 70s when rock bands played.
Oh.
So I don't know if you remember going to a concert. I distinctly remember this when I was a teenager. You knew the show was going to start when you saw the guys crawl up the ladder
Oh,
to,
yeah.
the lights.
Yeah.
Like when they crawled up, you go, oh,
You're done.
we're on.
Yeah,
Let's
it's all-
go.
yeah, let's go.
'Cause now it's all digital and technical. And,
Yeah,
you know what I
you'll
mean?
never know.
But back then you saw guys get into
Yeah.
position. He did that, and he was
That's-
18 years old in Long Beach.
oh my gosh,
And eventually worked into touring with and became the road manager for Fleetwood Mac
cool.
and was with them for the Rumors tour.
wow.
And then did the Beach Boys reunion tour.
Wow.
And became really good friends with Brian Wilson. So he does three presentations. One is what it's like to
Wow.
do rock shows and grow up
Wow.
an 18-year-old kid.
That's cool.
He does a whole Fleetwood Mac behind the scenes
Oh my
on
God.
Rumors. And he's got footage from the studio.
Wow.
He's got
Oh,
footage
that
from...
would-
Because
yeah.
that if you and you know you probably know this, they recorded that album separately because the whole album is about each other and they hated each other.
Oh my god.
Every song is a breakup song. Everything is they're mad at each other. So they recorded at individual times. They didn't want to see each other. They didn't see each other till they started to rehearse for the tour. So
I
they
did
all
not
got
know
together. He's got the clips from the tour, and you can hear them fighting in the studio. Stevie and Lynn, yeah, it's pretty
Wow.
intense. And he shows clips and tells stories about. It's a real great show.
That's a great show.
It's a really great show. And then he does one to Brian Wilson, and that's behind the scenes with the Beach Boys.
Oh,
So he talks
cool.
about that.
My talks won't be that interesting.
But they'll be still no, you don't know. But you got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. If you've worked on
might.
ships for years and as a
Yeah,
singer, there's a
yeah.
million things you could do.
And
you
I
know?
had a residency on Crystal for 2.5 years, so I did my show with 8 dancers,
Okay.
and that was cool. And
Yeah.
I traveled the world basically on Crystal. It was
You
pretty
could,
cool.
if you put together the show that you put together now, you could easily find a way to put together a behind the podium show.
Yeah.
That would work for you. Probably more than one. You know, you could
Yeah,
do like
I
2
could
or
probably
3.
do 2.
Because then you can do crossings. You know, that's. If you,
I know you
if
need a lot for crossing.
Yeah, if you get on here and you have like 2
Yeah.
that's how Leo does 3, so he gets. If you have more than one behind the podium show, that's kind of how they do it. That's when they make
Yeah.
the real money.
Yeah.
Because then they can do a crossing. They can do like 4 in
Yeah.
10 days or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun, maybe.
Plus,
But
you wouldn't be, you know, it'd be a little. You wouldn't be singing. It would be different.
It would be
cool.
different, and I mean, I might even work it into somehow like helping people do, like understand how to do an impression and how to. Because
Yeah.
I have people come up to me sometimes and say, I know someone who did, like I used to turn the radio on, and my goal when I listened to the radio, and my sister's here, she could probably tell you the same thing. I mean, we always like to learn everything by ear, and we were always singing in our house. And so my goal when I would turn the radio on, I would mimic everybody
Right.
automatically. I would sing like, I would try to sing like everybody I heard, men, women, doesn't matter. I would try to mimic that, which is the reason I started doing this for a living. So I think, it would be fun to maybe get a volunteer up on stage. I'm just winging this right now, but wouldn't it be fun to get someone say, anybody in the audience like to mimic, and then get someone and
Yeah.
then say, okay,
Yeah.
what would you do? How do you do this voice? And maybe, help them make a recipe.
Well,
I don't know.
Have you ever done any improv or mask training?
No.
Okay. Mask training is a technique that's taught through acting schools, a little bit
Okay.
of improv.
Okay.
But it's similar to what you do with the wigs.
Oh.
When you put the mask on, you become a different character.
Oh,
and you become the
interesting.
character from head to toe. You're not just doing the voice.
Right,
Like
you just in-
you sell it
embrace-
because you physically become Cher.
Yeah.
You put the wig on,
Yeah.
you physically become Reba.
Yeah.
Your posture and everything
Yeah.
changes. That's the mask technique,
Oh.
which teaches you as an actor to act with your body. A lot of it is done without words. It's the mask training
interesting.
itself is taught
Okay.
where you put a mask on and you become,
Woo.
and then everybody has to figure out what you are, who you are.
Oh, fun.
Sometimes it's and you have to portray this person as the mask. and then you
Oh,
just do
that's
it.
fun.
And it's so similar to what you do with the
Right,
wigs.
right.
And you sing because you don't just do the voice; you do the physical characteristics of the
Right.
individual on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
And actually, ironically, I kind of have to put the Cher wig on for the Cher voice to come out.
Okay.
There's a few characters that I need the wig.
Okay.
Cher is one of them. Tina's one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
Celine I can do, doesn't matter. Reba I can do, doesn't matter. But definitely Cher and Tina,
Yeah.
the wig help. Like I can't find the voice in rehearsal. This
Really?
makes any sense?
Really?
Not
No,
so much.
that
Because I
doesn't
don't
make
put the
sense at
wigs. No, I know. It doesn't.
That's amazing, though.
Yeah. And then, a funny story about Cher. I had 3 characters, and to my, I was doing Reba, I was doing Shania, and I was doing Celine. And I had a producer call me in Toronto, producer guy, and said, "Hey, listen, I've got a West Coast tour, but I need a Cher." And he said, "Do you think you could put Cher in your, in your repertoire?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'll call you back." So I was in a show at the time at a casino in Windsor, Ontario, and I had a whole bunch of friends backstage. And I went back there and I said, "Hey guys, do you think you can help me put together how do you think Cher's voice? Like how could I do Cher?" And one guy, his name is Wayne Catania, and he is a Blues Brothers guy. He
Okay.
does the
Sure.
the
One of the
bigger
guys,
dude on the Blues
Belushi
Brothers.
guy or
Yeah,
whatever?
Belushi. Yeah, the Belushi.
Okay.
And he thinks about it for a second, and he goes, "Well, put some gum underneath your tongue. Lift your tongue." So
Ah!
and then he said, "Okay, now sing If I Could Turn," because we're going, "If I could turn back time."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Okay, put some gum underneath your tongue."
Right.
If I could turn back
Oh
time.
my God, that's amazing.
And I mean, we all laughed our heads off. And I called the guy back right away and I said, "Yeah, I could do the tour.
Yeah.
I think I could do this."
Yeah.
And anyway, I committed.
That's great.
It was pretty fun. But yeah, that's how Cher was born.
That's how Cher was born.
Oh dear. It's a crazy way to make a living, I'll tell you.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So how many, all right, now you're kind of segueing or you're adding your agent type thing, working with clients and showing them. I love the fact that you're training them how to work on ships.
It's so, you know what? It's really gratifying
Is
to
it?
see.
Oh,
And
good.
I've changed some people's life, like that girl Janice. I've
Yeah.
changed her life. I found her online randomly. She
Right.
was in a show in Branson, Missouri. And one phone call, and, and now she's a guest entertainer working like 30 weeks a year on ships.
Right.
I've got quite a few stories like that of people that some people really wanted to do it and have succeeded, and they've put all the work into it. And some people I've just sort of said, mentored them, not from scratch. I'm not writing shows for people,
Sure.
but
Sure.
they have a show. They've got a show idea. I help them tweak it. It's a lot of work for some people. Some people are just, bada bing, bada bam, they're on the ship. Some people are coming from being a production singer on a ship, and they
Right.
see all the guest ents, and that's the job they want.
Right. Well, there's different avenues, but there needs to be someone, I think, like you, that trains someone to transform to a ship
Yeah.
performer.
Yeah.
Because it's a different animal, like you
It's
mentioned
a
earlier.
different animal.
And there's tons of comics for sure that I know that do great work all the time. And I'll go, if you work ships, you got to do this, this, and this, and they can't pull
They're
it off.
out. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but once you understand the business behind it, if you can adjust to it, you can take a career. And I've always been really blown away with, like, Disney's one of those guys that came from production.
I know, yeah.
And
yeah.
that I'm really impressed with.
Yeah, it's amazing when they can transform their life, really.
Yes.
Because working 8 months on a ship, being in not the nicest conditions
crew
sometimes,
manifest,
crew,
whole
da-da-da-da-da.
different, yeah.
And then, getting better money, better everything.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's a
being
good
featured
gig.
on the main stage,
It's a
you know
good
what I mean?
gig, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've had a lot of people like that. I've had a lot of people that also have another career, and they, they've been told, like me, they've been told, "Hey, you should have a show on a ship. You're perfect for ships." And then,
Yeah.
they contact me. And now, because I've got a nice little reputation going with this side gig, now I'm not looking for people. They come to me.
Right.
I've heard that you're doing this, or I have a friend like yourself, or another friend that, "Hey, I'm working with this person on Princess, and they've got a show and they're really good, but they need some help. Can I send them to you?" Yeah.
Right.
Bring them my way. So I've And my husband does a lot of mentoring with the non-musical acts, and then I do a lot of mentoring with the musical acts.
Okay.
And so we've got a nice little baby roster, and that's just for, I'm just putting them with Blackburn, and I'm working with Blackburn America and Blackburn UK.
Right. Okay.
And it's working out great. I mean, it's very satisfying to help people fulfill their dream.
Right.
You know,
Right.
It's awesome.
Well, it's something I noticed when I started working on ships. It took me a while to adjust and figure it out.
Yeah.
And there's no one there to really walk you through it and tell you what. There's other performers, but sometimes they're not right. Sometimes they are.
I know.
Sometimes they're wrong. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's one person that really knows what they're doing and your focus is just to teach
Yeah.
them to do the right things,
Yeah.
that's such a needed thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's really important. Do you have to point? Well, if you're working through Blackburn, you probably don't have lines coming to you directly yet for people, do you, or do you? Like a cruise line reach out to you and go?
No,
Okay.
I'm not that person. I don't
Right.
book them. I don't do travel. So I'm basically under the Blackburn umbrella. I'm
Right.
just a talent scout or a mentor.
Sure.
And I'm just so I don't. They're Blackburn guest artists, and I'm
Right.
just part of the commission structure for.
Okay.
And so I
That's
earn
smart.
my keep, my small percentage of what they're going to earn, and it's not changing what they would already have paid, but I'm just helping them understand what to do and how to. I try to set them up for success. That's my
Sure.
goal.
Right.
I've written a guest ent handbook for all my new kids. I call them.
Oh, your own guest handbook?
Yep.
Oh, it's a great idea. Okay.
I've written a guest ent handbook, like just to, and then I've written specific handbooks for how to succeed on Celebrity, how to succeed on Holland America.
Right, because every line's different, right?
Every
right.
line's different. And the good thing about what I know is I know so many people on, if I've not been on Regent or Oceania or whatever for years, or lines that I've never been on, I know people that are on them.
Right.
So I
Of
can
course.
reach out to those people and say, hey, do you mind doing me a big favor? I've got this person. It's their first gig on this line, and I don't know anything about it. Can you help us out? And everybody's been so awesome. Everybody will help me out,
Right.
So everybody's
Well,
happy.
You're a nice person. You have a nice reputation. You know what I mean?
I try.
You are. That goes a long way.
try.
That's something you notice that when you work out here a long time, you know people that are assholes or shitty,
Yeah,
and you're like,
yeah.
You going to have lunch? You're like, nah, I'm busy. I
Nope.
got
Yeah. Too
anything
busy.
else." You're like dinner last night. Dinner last night was
Oh my God, it was
fantastic.
amazing.
Before, but yeah,
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was nice people, nice evening,
Lovely.
nice yeah, and those nights. I
No
love.
egos. I love those nights. They're special.
Yes,
and
they
they're
are.
fewer and they're a little fewer these
They are.
days, I find.
No,
And
I think so.
I don't have anything in common with a 25-year-old singer.
I
You know what I
know.
mean? It's hard to have dinner with, and I would, but
Plus,
it's just nice to have people your own
It's
age.
honestly, my daughters are in their 20s, so this younger generation. I was reading articles about it lately because I'm writing material about it.
Yeah.
This younger generation socializes differently now. They don't
100%.
They don't do this. They don't go out for the afternoon.
No.
They don't go out and they're on their. It's all. There was
Phones.
a great. I just saw this seminar. The woman in England was fantastic. She's like, we can date online. You can order food online. You can order drinks online. You order coffee online. You order your TV online. But you can do everything. You don't have to leave your home.
Yeah.
We all are trained to live an isolated life now.
Yeah.
And younger people, as they get older, I notice them associate in that way. So if you're like, hey, you want to grab dinner and have a drink? A lot of times they just have their own thing.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, it's a little different on a ship because
Yeah.
of the social media stuff.
True.
But I'm still noticing the younger generation come in carrying that younger vibe.
Yeah.
Whereas, like Dizzy and I sat down and had a drink last night and just talked for an hour.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So a lot of that just doesn't happen anymore.
No.
Or spend the day on a hike or walking
Yep.
around. It's just weird how that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a little bit of a different animal these days. The whole.
It makes me worry
Situation.
about society moving forward.
Yeah.
Because of social interaction and
I know, right?
And plus, there's a huge gap of these kids that went through school during COVID that
Right.
went through arrested development for a year or two of no socialization.
Yeah.
I mean,
And prime years for those things. Yeah.
any one of those years, you're the prime.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
If you were a freshman in high school, you could have missed your whole back end of high school.
Yeah.
And those are important dating.
Oh my gosh.
Interaction with the opposite
Right?
sex or romance,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Big time.
It teaches you how to do that
Life
stuff.
changing.
Right.
For some of these.
So
yeah.
now most of it's online. So
Yeah.
it's weird to see. So people. Anyway, people. I get off on a tangent there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's different when people, adults, have a conversation and hang out.
Yeah. Completely.
So that's why it's even more important to have someone like that teaches younger people coming in. I always get on a deeper structure. I always worried about the future of live entertainment because so many people are into digital.
Too.
You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
like comics, a lot of comics get work because they have 2 minutes online that's funny.
Yeah.
And then you go see a whole show and you're like, wow,
Yeah.
that was not
Yeah.
great. Or one singer can do one voice and then you go see a whole show and you're like, oh, that was not.
Wow.
Right.
And their patter, you know.
The patter's terrible.
Oh
with
my
the room.
God.
Yeah, with the.
That's a big thing. And I tell people, your transitions make your show, especially
Yes.
musical acts.
Yeah.
Transitions make your show. If
Right.
you can't talk, you can. I assume you can sing.
Yeah.
I assume you can play your instrument.
Right.
I assume that's you can do that already.
Right.
But if you can't talk and engage and it interests the audience further in between, like, okay, in 1964 this song was.
Yeah.
If that's what you're doing, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're gonna lose.
That's awful.
You can't hold a room for 45 minutes like that.
Impossible.
Right.
So, transitions are major, and it's a big thing of.
And they're so important on a ship because, like, besides the fact that the ship's a different animal, one of the things that makes it a different animal is that your audience sees you all week long.
True.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
for me, I did the first night.
Yeah.
So people are going to see me. Like, you have maybe 5 days of obscurity.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Which is awesome.
I love that. Yeah, I love the obscurity at the beginning. It's
my
cool.
favorite.
Yeah, what do you do? What do you do? But when they know you, they kind of think they know you. And then,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'll do a show at the beginning and then at the end.
Yeah.
And by the end, they all think they know me.
Yeah.
So you have to build some sort of comfortable connection with the audience.
True.
Yeah.
True story. True that.
True story. True that.
True that, as the kids say.
As
Do they?
the-
I don't know. I don't know.
think
I don't know if
kids
they say that
anymore.
I don't think so. They probably don't say it's
That
the
made us
bomb anymore.
That made us
Yeah.
look worse than anything.
Yeah,
No, they don't
right.
say
Oh my
that.
God. Oh,
Every once in a
dear.
while I'll
Sorry,
go, right?
everybody.
And
Yeah.
My daughter's like,
No,
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 that's
Dad.
correct.
No,
Okay.
Dad.
All right, rock on, Dad.
No, stop it. Stop doing this with your. Yeah, don't do that. Ixnay on the. Ixnay on the.
Worse.
No, don't do
do the
it.
pig Latin. Don't do the pig
Oh,
Latin.
sorry.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, my kids get it like that.
I don't. Yeah, that's about all I know in Pig Latin.
Yeah.
Let's move on from that topic. I don't know Pig Latin.
I'll verbalize the tweets, the acronyms.
Oh,
wow, the
dear.
raffle.
Oh, my God.
and
So many of them.
I don't know.
That's yeah.
There's so many.
I have no idea.
This is a little girl. I don't know if you were on the second show this week.
Oh,
There's
we
a
did the first
girl
show.
named Ashley. She was sitting in the third row on the left side, 23 years old.
Okay.
Same age as my oldest.
Okay.
And I did the jokes about my daughters and the translating and the text and all that stuff. And she came up to me after the show. She goes, "I got your back if you need a translation while you're on the ship."
Oh my gosh.
I go, "Thank you very
That's
much. It's really
cute.
sweet of you." I go, because usually I text. I literally will send my daughters a text going, "What does this mean? What I got this. What does this mean?" And they'll have to explain it to me.
Yeah, I know.
It's so confusing.
Yeah. Craziness.
Hey, let's wrap. This was dynamite. Thank you.
Awesome.
This was
My
great.
pleasure.
I'm really glad you took time out of your port day to come over here and do it, man.
It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you. And you were
Absolute-
dynamite.
anytime.
If you want to plug anything, you do it right to that camera. You look at the camera and plug your website or your socials or your business. You sell jelly on the side, whatever you do. Your golf game. You have no plugs?
The only plug is I'm really hoping to break 90 this year.
Oh, golf?
It's a golf
Oh,
thing.
it's a golf thing? Oh, well, good for you. I hope you break 90. Is that in real golf or miniature golf? I could break 90
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
in real golf.
All right, take it easy. Spoken like a true real golfer.
I'm no Rory, whatever. Anyway, yeah.
Thank you so much, Karen. Appreciate
Pleasure.
you.
My pleasure.
You're still watching? That's amazing. Nobody does that. Nobody, but you did. That means you want more. Pick one of these clips. Go for it. I dare you. Hey, also follow one of those social media thingies.